Inflammation in the gut can lead to a host of health problems, from minor discomfort to serious diseases. Understanding the dietary causes of gut inflammation is crucial for maintaining a healthy digestive system. Here, we explore the top 5 foods that can cause gut inflammation, delving into their mechanisms of action, the scientific evidence supporting these claims, and alternative dietary choices for maintaining gut health. Please subscribe, like, and comment. 1. Processed foods. Processed foods, which include items such as fast food, prepackaged meals, and snacks high in artificial ingredients, are major culprits in causing gut inflammation. These foods often contain high levels of refined sugars, unhealthy fats, and artificial additives that can disrupt the gut microbiota and promote inflammatory responses. Mechanisms of action. 1. Refined sugars. High levels of refined sugars, especially fructose, can lead to an imbalance in gut bacteria, favoring the growth of harmful bacteria over beneficial ones. 1. This imbalance, known as dysbiosis, can trigger inflammation. 2. Trans fats. Often found in processed foods, trans fats are known to induce systemic inflammation, including in the gut. 2. They alter the composition of the gut microbiota and impair the gut barrier function. 3. Artificial additives. Many processed foods contain emulsifiers, preservatives, and artificial sweeteners, which can negatively affect the gut lining and microbiota. 4. For example, emulsifiers like polysorbate 80 and carboxymethylcellulose have been shown to promote inflammation and metabolic syndrome in animal studies. Scientific evidence. A study published in the journal Gut found that a diet high in processed foods is associated with an increased risk of inflammatory bowel disease, IBD. Another study in Nature highlighted how emulsifiers in processed foods can induce gut inflammation and obesity in mice. Alternative choices. 1. Whole foods such as fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and whole grains. 2. Homemade meals using fresh ingredients to avoid additives. 3. Foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids like fish, flax seeds, and walnuts, which have anti-inflammatory properties. 2. Red and processed meats. Red and processed meats such as beef, pork, hot dogs, and sausages have been linked to increased inflammation in the gut. These foods are often high in saturated fats and contain various preservatives and additives that can exacerbate inflammatory processes. Mechanisms of action. 1. Saturated fats. High levels of saturated fats can lead to an increase in pro-inflammatory cytokines and disrupt the gut microbiota. 2. Nitrates and nitrites. These preservatives, commonly used in processed meats, can convert to nitrosamines in the gut, which are known to be inflammatory and carcinogenic. 3. Heme iron. The heme iron found in red meat can damage the gut lining and promote the growth of harmful bacteria. Scientific evidence. Research published in JAMA. Internal medicine indicates a correlation between high consumption of red and processed meats and an increased risk of colorectal cancer, which is often preceded by chronic gut inflammation. Additionally, a study in the Journal of Gastroenterology found that diets high in red and processed meats are linked to higher levels of gut inflammation markers. Alternative choices. 1. Lean meats such as poultry and fish. 2. Plant-based protein sources like beans, lentils, tofu, and tempeh. 3. Increased intake of anti-inflammatory foods such as leafy greens and berries. 3. Dairy products. While dairy products are a staple in many diets, they can be a source of gut inflammation for some individuals, particularly those with lactose intolerance or sensitivity to casein, a protein found in milk. Mechanisms of action. 1. Lactose. Lactose intolerance. The inability to properly digest lactose due to a deficiency in the enzyme lactase can lead to gut symptoms such as bloating, diarrhea, and inflammation. 2. Casein and whey proteins. These proteins can trigger immune responses in some individuals, leading to inflammation and gut permeability issues. Scientific evidence. A study in the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that lactose intolerance is prevalent and can lead to inflammatory symptoms when dairy is consumed. Additionally, research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition suggests that dairy consumption can exacerbate inflammatory responses in those with dairy protein sensitivities. Alternative choices. 1. Plant-based milk alternatives such as almond, soy, and oat milk. 2. Fermented dairy products like yogurt and kefir, which may be better tolerated due to their probiotic content. 3. Lactose-free dairy products for those with lactose intolerance. 4. Gluten-containing foods. Gluten, a protein found in wheat, barley, and rye, can cause significant gut inflammation in individuals with celiac disease and non-celiac gluten sensitivity. Even those without these conditions may experience some level of inflammation from excessive gluten consumption. Mechanisms of action. 1. Immune response. In celiac disease, gluten triggers an autoimmune response that damages the small intestine's lining, leading to chronic inflammation and malabsorption of nutrients. 2. Gut permeability. In non-celiac gluten sensitivity, gluten can increase gut permeability, also known as leaky gut, allowing inflammatory substances to enter the bloodstream. Scientific evidence research published in The Lancet shows that individuals with celiac disease have significantly higher levels of gut inflammation markers when consuming gluten. Moreover, a study in gastroenterology indicates that even those without celiac disease may experience gut inflammation and other symptoms when consuming gluten. Alternative choices. 1. Naturally gluten-free grains like rice, quinoa, and millet. 2. Gluten-free flours such as almond flour, coconut flour, and chickpea flour. 3. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins that are naturally free of gluten. 5. Alcohol. Excessive alcohol consumption is a well-known cause of gut inflammation. Alcohol can disrupt the gut microbiota, impair the gut barrier, and promote the production of inflammatory cytokines. Mechanisms of action. 1. Microbiota disruption. Alcohol can alter the balance of gut bacteria, reducing beneficial microbes and increasing harmful ones, leading to dysbiosis and inflammation. 2. Gut barrier impairment. Alcohol increases gut permeability, allowing endotoxins and other inflammatory agents to enter the bloodstream. 3. Direct inflammation. Alcohol metabolism produces acetaldehyde, a toxic compound that can directly cause inflammation and damage to the gut lining. Scientific evidence. A study in alcohol research current reviews outlines the ways in which alcohol disrupts gut microbiota and increases gut permeability, leading to inflammation. Additionally, research in PLOS 1 shows that chronic alcohol consumption can lead to systemic inflammation and gut health issues. Alternative choices. 1. Limiting alcohol intake to moderate levels as defined by health guidelines. 2. Choosing beverages like water, herbal teas, and non-alcoholic options. 3. Including anti-inflammatory foods and probiotics in the diet to support gut health. Maintaining a healthy gut is essential for overall well-being. By understanding and avoiding foods that cause gut inflammation, individuals can reduce their risk of gastrointestinal issues and improve their overall health. Instead of processed foods, red and processed meats, dairy products, gluten-containing foods, and excessive alcohol, opting for whole foods, plant-based proteins, gluten-free grains, and fermented products can support a healthier gut environment. Making informed dietary choices can go a long way in preventing gut inflammation and promoting long-term health. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe, like, and comment.